Hey,
Hey,
hey, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
Uh, well, I don't know. I overslept, so I'm kind of tired, maybe, but I'm not sure. So I got the most brilliant idea for Wendy. So that I took her GoPro camera, right? Because everyone wants big camera, right?
Yeah,
So I slept. I put the head thing and just slept with it and just shot footage of me sleeping from my viewpoint.
okay.
Yeah, it's
Do you have it like night
real.
vision or
Huh?
do you have like lights in the room which
Yeah, I have
do that?
lights in the room because I left
Gotcha.
the
Okay.
light. I left the light on. I usually sleep with the lights off, but for obvious purposes. But it's very surreal. I have to admit. I was looking at was it Andy Warhol's video Sleep, and it's very surreal because the camera's on the person that's sleeping. This time
Yeah,
it's the person that's sleeping that's looking out. but uh but I'm gonna do a second. I'm gonna probably just do a two-channel video, so I'll have one, the GoPro from my viewpoint, and then the other one will be just the camera on me, basically.
gotcha. Okay.
So I figure it's going to be interesting two-channel video for the first project because it can't, you can't appropriate any in this case. So
Yeah.
oh yeah, thanks for coming anyway. So
Yeah, thanks for the invite.
oh yeah, yeah. This will be a good opportunity because a lot of our office space artists haven't met each other, so it's a good thing. Oh my gosh, it is you. Hey.
I'm sorry. I'm through some reason I am through my husband's
Oh
Zoom
yeah,
account.
and it was
Don't
cool because
worry.
obviously I saw some other person's name, and I thought, oh, that's got to be your partner in crime. So
Sorry, it's easier this way.
yeah,
Hi, Ryan.
Hello.
Ella.
he's one of your fellow artists on the roster.
Awesome.
He's a conceptual artist in the ceramic era. Uh, I call him our
Congratulations. That's a great medium to be working in right now.
yeah, he's our
Oh
Actually.
gallery
yeah.
existentialist. I no, that's probably oversimplifying it, but he's such a great he's kind of our 21st century Aesop, basically. I mean, I don't know how to describe it. It's so brilliant that I just love his work, and he and I actually have been in classes together. So,
Oh,
Yep.
great. Great.
but
Fantastic. Well, nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you as well.
so
No,
actually, do you go by Yulia or Julia? Which one's better?
both. Julia is more the European way,
Yeah,
you
I
know,
rather go
whenever.
European because honestly, Yulia is kind of my preference, just because we have
Okay.
too many Julias, and then people think I'm talking about Julia Stiles, and then everybody gets confused at this point. But are you back in the States or you're still up in Poland?
No, no, I have so much going on in Poland. Things have just like expanded so
I
much
honestly am
in
tempted to just take a trip out there
you
to
should. You
Warsaw,
should.
but right now I'm just so
Yes.
busy too because we just got so our gallery got into an art fair in New Jersey.
I know. Congratulations. That's amazing.
Well, actually, more to the artists. I'm just kind of the background person. But yeah, it'll be great to have your work. But the only
Mhm.
thing is, you'll have to ship your work to New York, or we'll have to figure some way.
That's
Um,
easy. I mean, I sell work to the States all the time. So it gets there. It's just a matter of figuring out timing. You would have to tell me when you need it by exactly. So I
ac-
could time it
actually, I
so it gets
know
to you.
exactly when.
Okay, great. Tell me so I can
Just
figure
wait
something out.
one moment. Sorry.
While he's figuring that out, I just want to say that I thoroughly enjoy your paintings and as you said in your artist statement, your deconstruction of the individual persona
Mhm.
and all of that. It is quite incredible, and your illustrations as well. Um,
Thank
I'm a
you.
I'm a big fan of more raw and I'd say, would somber and intense
Yes.
be good words?
Yes, definitely. But not in a, you see, yeah, I
But not
almost
in
got
like a depressing way. Like,
it's not in a morbid way. Let's just put it
yeah,
that way. It's more in an allegorical way. All those darkness, violent narratives are more allegorical, psychological expressions rather than actual violence, which I often have to explain to people. I almost got my show shut down because people got so crazy about my exhibition here in Poland that I this is like small town Poland where people thought I'm channeling the devil, believe it or not.
Oh man.
Yes.
Well, we need to have you a body double here for you here in the States, because we got more exorcism to do with the politicians here.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, also Poland is in a crappy place, and it's embarrassing to
Well,
say.
Hungary is even worse because they have
Yeah, but those are our gurus, like Poland is looking to Hungary, so
yeah,
it's
that's not a
embarrassing.
good sign because apparently they forgot about, was it 1939, so I mean
Yes, definitely.
I mean
And
I
then they're
studied,
very adamant about hating the Germans, with all their history, and I'm like, dude, you guys are not far from controlling people's lives. And I mean, they're controlling the press, they're controlling everything. My family is really concerned. So
yeah.
it's just a matter of time before I actually I grew up in Germany, so Berlin might be actually the next spot for us if we have to leave Poland, just if it gets politically too crazy and embarrassing. But anyway, so yes, you should come out here and meet the crazies.
Oh, I would. I need more time because obviously next year I apply for an MFA, and Ryan's actually also looking in that direction too. And maybe Ryan, you should as a ceramicist, you should try Columbia program
Oh my God, yes.
because they
I know
really
that.
could use a ceramicist there badly.
I
And
mean, they
printmaking.
have, yes, they had a great person. I don't know if JJ Pete teaches there anymore, if they've left, but he was like the guru of the ceramics department. And I know a lot of people have left and are doing fantastic ceramics work. And ceramics has become, I have a friend who's built a huge ceramics studio in Brooklyn, who is hugely successful just because she had a deep love for ceramics. And she saw a hole in the market where people just wanted a place to go to and do their work, because it's like a print shop. You need all the stuff around you to be able to do what you're doing.
Oh yeah.
So you're
100%.
gonna always need a facility or a kiln or whatever it is.
Yep.
It's gonna be always high tech for you. It's gonna be tough.
Oh yeah. And I
you
mean,
need-
if push comes to shove, I know how to make various pit fires. It won't get up to high temp and glazing, but I do know how to do a basic pit fire, not a soda fire, but it's a teepee fire
Mhm.
over here. So although none of it would be functional, unfortunately, it's a good holdover if a kiln breaks or until I get
Yeah.
one, I guess.
Yes. Or you get the electricity hookup, which I was just in a studio building where they were all into, will it hold my kiln? Will it be able to support my kiln? It was this whole conversation of artists. But yeah, that's cool. I'm excited for you. It's a good time to be a ceramicist.
Oh yeah, definitely. I have a friend at UCLA. She's a ceramicist, but also headed into painting and installation. So, and she's doing really well there. In fact, I own one of her mugs, so I'm pretty happy. But Ryan's mug is what I use the most because that's my coffee. So
Good.
So on a good note, November 8th is the dropout date, which is basically I don't have an address yet. I still have yet to sign a contract, but I like to prepare early because you're the only one that's shipping actually from overseas to New Jersey. And
so that shipping will be to New Jersey, not to Salt Lake.
yes,
New Jersey, some holding place there. Yes.
yeah, yeah, and then after that we can decide whether we can keep it in inventory, which then I'll store it in my house, because
Can you sell it? Can you sell? Is it a fair where people sell? Or
yeah,
it's just
it's definitely for sale. Although
don't
humorously,
just sell it.
I will sell it, but I might actually
Don't ship it back.
ironically, I might actually purchase one for my house. But right now I'm actually fixing my house just because it got flooded again. And I finally figured out,
Again?
yeah, this is the third time in 2 years. So, but I know exactly where the problem is now because of climate change. And once I figure that out, hopefully this will resolve it. And I can also get rid of that ugly carpet that from the basement. But yeah, so that's the art fair portion.
Hold on, it has to arrive by November 8th.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I will time
eight,
it.
8 or 9
Okay,
around that time.
and the fair is when?
I
15th,
think,
14th,
yeah,
15th?
so VIP access is the 12th to the 14th.
Okay, cool. So
But
I assume you're flying there and gonna
oh
represent.
yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It'll be Bryce and me, unless I can persuade you, Ryan, to come with us.
I was actually just about to look at a
'Cause
calendar.
if you really here, let me give you the link for the exhibition. But I would be November 8th through the 15th. I would actually have to take a week. But this is very important because
I hope you're not in
8th through the
finals
18th?
then.
I don't get finals
Okay,
because
good.
I'm an artist. And I've already
Yeah,
finished all the
art
classes
fair,
that would have
okay.
finals.
I'll have to
Okay,
check
good.
that out.
Yeah, here's the exhibitor info. And then for your solo show, we're gonna wait until after the fair because I didn't expect to get in any fair. And this is
All
like
right.
huge. This is huge.
Okay, great,
Because-
great. That's fantastic.
This is just so you know how competitive it was. I didn't even put a second choice. I only asked for the subsidized booth, which do you know how competitive that is? There are only 5 galleries or entities that get that worldwide. And they had
Nice.
70, they have 75 places and they had like 400 applicants. So we
Damn.
managed as a Utah gallery to get in. So
Congratulations.
but
That's
I think it's
amazing.
important because it's a feminist art show and it's also interesting because I'm also taking a feminism and art history course at the same time. So it was
You're gonna be all ready with all the right readings and all the arguments. Amazing.
Well,
how many you taking 10 artists, 12 artists?
I think we're gonna have 14 artists, but we're gonna like probably have a showcase and like have the inventory of 14 or some way of accessing that. And then some of the artists live in the area too, so they can install. And then from there, we'll just showcase some and then have some on the inventory. Because art fairs are very loose. This art fair, unlike NADA, is not very exhibition driven. So they're pretty much at the sales, and it's a good way for making connections. That's why I'm hoping to get Ryan and Bryce to come out. Bryce will hopefully come out because this is his internship. And Ryan, that would be good too, because I'm going to start booking the hotel and it's actually much cheaper because then the cost when we split up, we get a special deal. It's $140 a night.
Oh damn,
great.
that's really
Yeah,
good.
and I can have as many people up to 4.
That's like a 20-minute call in here at like a 5-star in Utah.
Yeah. So
Like,
Ryan,
geez.
I'll give you once I figure with Bryce, then we can get our plane. Our plane ticket we're gonna get through JetBlue, which will save on cost.
JetBlue, okay.
Yeah,
Will you be going through Student Universe to
No,
find? No,
this is
gotcha.
no, we can't. This is not allowed because this is our.
Oh.
And not
Oh,
that,
that makes
don't-
sense. Yeah, it's.
I also don't want to deal with FAF grants and all that because I'm
Oh
gonna.
no,
have-
Student Universe is a website that if you're a university student, you get access to like super cheap flights. It may not be
Yeah,
comfortable, but
they limit which ones you can use. They prefer Delta.
oh, that's true.
And it's way cheaper through JetBlue, and plus JetBlue is much more relaxing. I don't want to deal with the Delta terminal because I already dealt with that in LAX, getting to my friend, and now I regretted not taking JetBlue. But also for your solo show, it's fairly easy. High res file, short length is 4,000 pixels. So if you can get like the high res file for your solo show.
I just thought it's easier because I've been basically selling out everything
Oh,
that I'm
yeah,
looking at.
actually, to be honest, this will make us have a very enjoyable time because then we can sell like the stuff on Centra, which I'm finding out to be a very quote sexy unquote material. And in fact, I tested UV printing on canvas,
Yeah, you showed me.
and
You showed me.
it
Yeah.
stunned me. Like, to be honest, it is a form of painting, in my opinion. I know
So
that's
that's great. That's great.
um,
And then I don't have to worry if they are actually, available
no,
or
we
not
just need
available.
certificate of authenticity, and that you can send over very easily.
Right, right.
The other thing is for the fair, I think we would rather just do traditional small paintings,
Yeah, definitely.
because I
That's
know
not
you
even
have
a
some of
question.
them, but I don't. The thing is, we have so much work that's incoming, and I know some of the work's going to be ginormous, because the people that live in New York, they can come and install. So,
Okay.
and I don't know if we're going to do video work too. I gotta sit down. We probably won't, because there are actually 5 separate installation rooms that were designated for video, and I didn't apply for that. But I don't know. If we find a scrappy video player, maybe, I don't know. It's the kind of thing where I actually am trying to save up also to do next year a proposal on an Asian American video art next year.
Okay.
But right now I'm just trying to build connections. We got rejected from some art fairs, just so you know, but it's very difficult.
Part of the game.
Not
Yeah,
a
100%.
not of us very, very competitive this year for Miami. And to be honest, I have some friends in the know, and they even had a hard time in Brooklyn. Like, it took them, was it 4 years before they even got into one. So we're doing stuff pretty well. I think we're on the right track. And with 40 artists on our roster, we just got a new one. She's really nice. I think this is pretty much it at this point, which we have enough that we can curate from to do different types of shows. But I think the feminist art show is really imperative. Female and female identifying artists still really need to be visible. And this is also a good way to introduce people to our gallery. It's very loose curating, because I want people to know we have a very huge roster and we're very supportive. And most people think they stereotype Utah as being very anti-progressive as a state. And this is time to break the mold. And also this will be great because, Ryan, and when you come, it'll be a good way to see how the contemporary art world works, not like in Utah, but in the actual LA and New York. And also, I think it's a great way. We'll also go visit some of the museums out in New York as well, which I think is important. And then 1 or 2 galleries, because obviously we need to focus on our booth, but we'll make a quick day trip to New York because it's right across. Jersey City's across the bridge. It's like
Awesome.
15 minutes. But yeah, I definitely would love to have your work emphasized.
I think I'm gonna
the
have
small-
either I have pieces that are like 12 by 10 inches or 16 by 20, and then
whatever
then
you're
after
comfortable
that it
sending
gets
over.
really big. So I
No,
think
I
if you don't have the room, I think 16 by 20 or 10 by 12 is actually right
and
up.
even 6 by 8 inches too. I love small work because I feel like also, I don't know, I'm going to be very honest, I'm keeping as much small work, not just for practical reasons, but I feel like the idea of size, masculinity, heroism has always been problematic, and for me, I really value intimacy, looking close. In fact, everybody's just doing huge. And even it, and also like I'm doing a lot of tapestry.
That's also the New York way, you come to
do a lot of
Poland, you don't
tapestry
see
weaving,
it that
but-
much.
Yeah, well, LA's even worse, just so you know. Like, I was just at the Broad, and I just saw a huge Mark Bradford painting. Yeah, like that was bigger than all the wall space of my living room combined in one shot. Like that, if you want.
I think if if you're selling at that level, it's fine. I think for us, as a painter, from my experience, anything that can fit in an elevator in New York City, it's been really true to sell. My 16 by 20s have been selling like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah,
because
the thing
they're
is, you're
easy.
selling really, really well, and I'm very proud of you. But I
I
also,
think it's because it's the size. Like it's easier. They can grasp that. They can afford that. Obviously, it's under a certain amount of money. Obviously, once you're like Dana Schutz and all of that, you can make your big paintings because you have the collector. But
yeah.
it's hard to sell a $10,000 painting if you're just building your name. It's tough to
Oh,
do
I
that.
agree. And to be honest, I also find that small has a lot of value. I mean,
Mhm.
Renaissance Baroque painting, very rarely were big paintings done,
Mhm. Mhm.
unless you're the king or the royal court, basically.
Yeah, obviously. And you make
And it was all for
historical
power
painting.
anyway, to show off. But for me, the value of small, like I really value that. I'm actually trying to do like smaller work. Although actually my painting is actually headed more into like fiber art and very experimental. So I love tapestry because you can fold up the paintings and call it good.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
But I really love your work. I've been trying, as I said before, I wanted to go to an art fair this year. That was the goal. We managed to do it.
Good.
Like it was not easy. We had a lot of, for a first year in a gallery that's not even finished with the first year, we just had a lot of barriers. I think a lot of people just like Utah gallery, like people just are still, and there's New York especially, they still are very judgmental. Like,
Mhm.
what's this Utah gallery doing? Like they think it's going to be like that kind of word. So I think sometimes it's just a matter of us establishing consistency. Um, Even though we've had to move our project space, and then we don't quite have our 6,000 square foot space anymore because of
Mhm.
the restaurant taking over that to make a pool hall. Well, they donated that space for
Mhm.
almost half a year. So, I mean, it was pretty generous. And we're still have art work there. But for us, I think doing the art fair will be good because I want to start, making the sales is very important, Yulia, but getting the critical context, I think is
Yeah,
fairly important. And that's where I want to
definitely.
start shifting because I want people to have critical dialogue about your work. And your work is very,
Exactly.
very important. And I love painting. And the thing I think a lot of people don't realize is your work on the visual language looks traditional, but it's pretty radical in its theme, politics, and other things. And I mean, it's just like saying like Luke Timons is like super conservative when it's actually pretty radical, and the Leipzig painters,
Right.
Leipzig school,
Right. Yeah, we
they're
like the
very
same
brilliant
work.
painters. But it
Yeah,
took a
definitely.
while because they were very critical of their history, but they also brilliantly used their history as a critique to incorporate new themes.
Mhm.
Whereas, like the Leipzig school was looking at the unification of Germany and various other things. But your work is really important because the theater of politics, the theater of how history is written or unwritten is very paramount. And that's why I really value your work substantially.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, you're
Thank you.
welcome. Yeah, I know it's not easy. I don't think of myself, to be honest, as an artist, I don't think of myself like as a traditional gallerist, but more
Mhm.
trying to contextualize and curate. And it's just
Mhm.
harder because a lot of the art fairs and people, even museum shows, they're looking for the big value, the ticket, your sales history. And, sadly enough, the idea, I guess they don't necessarily always look at that, which, I had to
Yeah,
face.
obviously.
But
All right, cool. All right, so I will send out, closer to the date, you'll get me all the address to
yes,
send
and
out the
then,
one small painting. And then in
yes,
terms of the printing, whenever you want to do
early,
the
early
show.
is best. So I'll need your images in high res, 4,000 pixels on the smallest edge, which is good
Mhm.
for printing. And then I'll play around with size. when I'm working closely with a custom printer here in Salt Lake.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. And then you
artist-
can print them anything like 16 by 20 or 12 by
figure it out.
10.
I can actually
Okay.
go a little larger if I need to. Artist statement, obviously, for your series, because Bryce will probably do the writing for that. And then obviously description, like title.
Yeah,
You don't need to worry about
easy.
size.
So when do you
addition-
think you're gonna do it, more or less? So I get it all
I want to do it
together.
December for sure.
In December, okay.
Yeah, but it depends. Again, I'm trying to fix my house too, and I jokingly say my house will become a sculpture of my life, just trying to even get this like hammered out, honestly.
All
But
right.
Have you thought about making it like a pop-up gallery every so often?
no,
Like if you've got,
my mom doesn't like having people there, honestly.
gotcha.
And not only
Well,
that,
I was gonna say, like, if you had
My mom is the
stairs
same.
to the basement.
I would if I actually had like sole ownership of the house, but my mom has a lot of dictation on
Gotcha,
the
okay.
house. Honestly, she gave me the money to buy the house. So
But where do you think you're gonna show the work? Do
we're
you
gonna
have a
show the
place?
work at the shop, which we will have up for sure. In fact, we just did a very huge thing. Two of the big paintings by Chun, 30 by 40, are gonna have prominent spaces near the elevator of the
Oh, no, no.
facility. So we're gonna just show your work there. Obviously online as well.
Mhm.
So we're doing both, which will be good. So that's why I think it'll be good to figure out, what you feel comfortable series wise. Do whatever you want. I'll just adjust.
I'll figure it out. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
you're the
easier to
artist
curate,
because this is
obviously.
your concept, and we're just here to obviously fulfill it.
We'll
And,
do it. Awesome. All
and
right.
then I'm just very excited. And then I'll handle the printing. I'll see if Bryce has time. If not, I'll just write the press release myself. Because
Okay.
Bryce is applying for PhD programs, which, yeah, that's.
Lots of work.
I have to write his recommendations, which I actually will enjoy and not enjoy at the same time. So, but
All right, cool. All right, you guys. Well, nice
yeah, well,
meeting you,
thanks
Ryan.
again.
And we'll touch
nice
base
to meet you
again,
as
I'm
well.
sure.
Yeah,
Yes, good luck with everything. And again, congratulations. Great work.
And to you as well.
Congrats to you, honestly, and much appreciation. Ryan, I'm gonna schedule like our second meeting about the art fair specifically for a little bit later today.
Okay.
But I'll send the link later. Most likely, I gotta go to the library, and then
Okay.
I'm gonna.
What
stash-
time were you thinking?
What time would
'Cause-
be good for you so I can just?
All right, guys,
hey.
I'll leave you right here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sounds good.
Thank
Have a
you.
good rest of your day, Julia.
Yeah,
Bye,
what
bye,
time
bye.
would be good for you? This is for you, really.
So how long would it take
30
for
minutes
the
to an
information?
hour.
30 minutes? Okay, got
I don't want a long meeting. I'm sorry, I hate meetings.
Oh, no, it's perfectly right.
Except for fun meetings.
Yeah.
Which are with artists.
So anytime before 5, I have to leave right at 5.
Okay,
for
what
something,
about
so
3?
3 works.
Okay, now the question, let's talk really quickly. I'm gonna start ordering tickets. I gotta talk to Bryce because as part of the gallery. So the question is, do we just want to get all our tickets through JetBlue and I'll tell you when I'm flying out and then you'll get yours and then the hotel, we can figure that out.
So what would the plan be in terms of that for, I guess, scheduling of time?
So
Because
scheduling a time, we need to be.
like when we fly out, it says that it starts on the 8th.
November 8th. Yeah.
Yeah,
which is
November
when we
8th.
do a load
Everyone
in.
would have to be there, so that would be
Yeah.
for
And
November
then
8th
15th
through
as
the
well.
15th. Yeah. So I was looking at my syllabi where you were going through technical talk. And that happens to line up just with my woodworking final project intro and presentation with
when's that?
Moses. That final project intro presentation is the 8th. Then the 10th is demo and project planning, and then the
Okay,
rest of the week would be. So I can ask
Okay, what time is your presentation?
So he's going through a presentation discussing what he's going to be looking for the final project.
Oh,
So that's like the introduction to the final project. So because of that, I think that I might be able to speak to Moses about possibly missing that week, like well ahead of advance.
that's fine.
And
Not
then
that you can
for
also fly separate of us as well. Holy shit. Tickets are dirt cheap. This is weird.
it's pretty far ahead in advance.
Yeah,
And
okay, so we have a choice. We could either fly out at 12:20 p.m. or take the red eye. You could take the red eye 11:44 p.m. Like we could take the red eye the night before on Sunday. Or unless you want to do it Monday.
I'm fine with any time. I always get there like a good hour and a
Okay.
half before.
Honestly, I
So
rather we fly that Sunday, give us some time because I haven't been to New York in 10 years. So I need, and we have to go to Jersey
never
City.
been at all.
Yeah, so I never been to Jersey City. Actually, Chun lives right close to there, so his mom might meet us and help us.
Gotcha. Okay.
So,
Okay. So
so
then
I'm thinking that Sunday would be perfect, and then we might even escape to New York for a little bit. So November 7th, I'm thinking.
Gotcha. Okay. I'll have to speak to both Paul and
Yes.
Moses about this.
And not
And-
that you don't have to come during that time too. Like if you want to, you can fly in later too. And then Bryce and I can handle the install too. If you feel like you can't do that whole shindig.
I'll let you know.
Okay.
I'll speak to both Paul and I'll speak to Moses tomorrow,
Okay.
discussing these
Seems
topics.
like really nice guy. So I just talked with him for about 20 minutes, and he's pretty. And this will be good because you can put this on your resume for professional development, and then obviously with sales, you'll get a portion of sales, obviously, for your time there, which will be nice because I expect this to be way better. I mean, next weekend, I'm going to be honest, is actually a trial run of learning how to talk with people.
Next weekend is the Sunday morning.
Yeah, but it's a trial run because we got to practice talking to people about art. It's kind of weird because this is not like classroom, but it is because you got to be able to talk about some other artists.
It's like you have to discuss. It's the mindset you have to be in when doing critiques.
Yes,
that's what it is.
The thing is, we got to do actual critiques, not
not
shoulder padding, which unfortunately a lot of our critiques in school have been mostly like, yeah, that's cool, like type of thing.
And I tried not to do that though.
Yeah, but
I like trying to delve in, but it sucks when you don't really get that returned back to you.
Oh, I agree. Are you work at 5 today, right?
So I at 5 at 5:30 I've got I always do family dinners with either my mom's side or my dad's side since I live out here. Well, since they live out here. And it always takes me 30 minutes to drive. So
cool.
Yeah, I don't miss those if I can avoid it because it's free dinner. I would say so, yeah.
I don't have much of a family left, so I don't really eat. It's my mom and I, and that's it. And my sister doesn't even live close to here, so. But cool. Well, I'm going to be at school, so I'm headed over there. I'm going to quickly. I have to go to FedEx, ship off some collaging stuff for my friend in LA. But I will be at school. The library is actually closed at midnight, so.
Gotcha.
But obviously,
we're back to that schedule then. Good.
Yeah, the good thing is tomorrow I'm going to be at the shop, but I can go back to school tomorrow evening so we can hang out or do something. Actually, I'm very excited about your Moses class. You know, it's going to be awesome. That wood is going to be great. So.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to mess with the way that I can't wait to make puzzles in wood.
Oh yeah. You should look at I'll text you more about the JetBlue stuff later, but I found some good flights.
Got
The thing about it is look at Felix Gonzalez Torres. You probably know of him, Felix Gonzalez Torres.
Felix. Is that with an F or PH?
Here, I will text.
Oh, never mind, found it.
Yeah,
Right
he
there.
did a bunch of puzzles. I mean,
Oh
about
yeah, I do remember.
yeah,
Yeah.
but he did a lot of great puzzles. So you should look at his puzzles art. But they're obviously about gay identity, and you're gonna do some different subject, but it should give you an idea of like how puzzles in contemporary art. Also, just so you know, there's actually a art puzzle for contemporary artists. So there's actually a puzzle manufacturer that does contemporary art, like collectible. Just wait.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I like jigsaw puzzles, but the
Oh, yeah.
puzzles I'm talking about is like, I don't have any. Actually, I do have them. I just have to get them out of a box. Like,
Are you doing more
fuck
3D
me.
puzzles? Or
Yeah, like these types of puzzles. I
oh
would
yeah.
pull them out, but
So sort of
they
like
help
the
with the
architecture one, where you can make the Empire State Building with puzzle pieces.
yes, like I
Oh,
like.
but you realize that's going to be a lot of work.
Yeah, it is.
I'm
It
just
will
gonna
be a lot of work.
forewarn you, it's not even easy not in wood.
And I'm
So-
also going to be, I'm also giving myself a different caveat where I want to make sure that I have no 90-degree angles in my work.
I wish you the best. If you need some help or more chatter, I'll be around. But you're
no.
you're doing a very ambitious project.
But ambition is where you need
Yeah, I'm
to
very
go
excited.
for.
Yeah. Well,
So I've got a couple of ideas, but the first project is a box. So depending on how difficult that is, we will find out. And I don't know whether or not I want to do a rough sketch of it and try to figure out the angles now, or if I just want to shoot from the hip.
that sounds great. Cool. Well, we'll go from there. So
Okay.
anyway, I'll text you soon. 3:00, I'll make the second meeting, and then yeah, that'll give me time to get my FedEx errand done, and then
Okay.
off to campus where I'll do the rest. And also, thanks again for coming to this. It'll be great for this planning because not only that, it would be nice to when we sell some stuff this weekend, that will help pay for some of our expenses in New York, and
Yeah.
then New York will be a good experience because then you can explore possibilities,
Yeah,
there.
possibilities, new locations, things that I've never seen
Well,
before.
not only that, grad school, and not only that, you got to know what contemporary art world is like because Utah.
Oh yeah, Utah does not do
Very
it.
limited, and this is my hometown. So, but we'll talk more at 3. Okay, I'm gonna reschedule.
Sounds good. And I might be able to nab myself an actual good and proper chocolate egg cream.
Yes, that'd be great. So anyway, we'll get our tickets early. I'm gonna start
Okay.
this week. I'll talk to Bryce, and then Melissa obviously can't make it because she's running a farm and some other stuff. So
Yeah. Okay.
cool.
Sounds
And
good. I
we'll update
will.
up. The most important thing is you can take time off. I've already gotten permission. I just need to talk to Wendy, but I should be good because Wendy says, I can miss up to a certain number anyway. So
Yeah.
cool.
And as
We'll
long
go
as the
from
work
there.
is being done in between, that's all
Oh,
good.
I'm already. One thing I love about video editing, I can do it on a computer.
Oh yeah.
That's actually
Even better on a plane.
Yes. Although to be honest, I'll be doing some video. Most of my stuff I'll do before. And November, by that time, it's just our final project, which isn't. I'm already know what I'm doing because I've already done a lot of capital insurrection stuff. I just need to figure out projection mapping onto one of my bus, which is going to be a lot of work. But that'll be a lot of fun. Anyway, we'll talk more soon, and then I'll see you at 3.
Yep. Sounds good.
Okay.
Thank
see
you
ya,
very
man.
much. See ya.